Welcome to my wreath video part 2. This is a birthday gift for my sister in anticipation of her moving into a new home. Really excited for her, and this is piggybacking off of a wreath that I made previously, and I just added a little bit more detail so that if someone saw the first one and thought, that's not me, you see what you can do if you add just a little bit more. So if you layer a wreath, you can start off and just keep going until you get to the level that you want it to be at. Guys, so this tutorial is for if you want to, change your wreath from the basic wreath that I created in the first video and make it a little bit more spectacular, a little bit more filled out. So I'm going to take this wreath and I'm going to add a couple more pieces and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to add. Let's get started. For the additional pieces, I picked up some extra flowers. And then these pieces are to add like a little extra color or pop into the wreath. I don't think I'll use all the pieces. However, these were on sale at Michael's for about 80% off. So I grabbed a couple different looks so that I could kind of decide what would look best on the gold wreath. The first thing that I'm going to do is obviously take off the tag and then separate the flowers from the base at the length that I want. I am going to be twisting these flowers into the wreath like I did in the first video. So I kind of want a longer stem. I'm just going to cut along the bottom of the stem, twist it off just like a coat hanger, and then it just easily comes off and you have your stem. For this piece, it's much the same. It's kind of twisted on the bottom, so again, I'm going to take my scissors and cut, and then I am going to just twist this back and forth until it comes off. And this is a little bit harder because this part is a little sharp and it's a little bit thinner, but it's gonna work. And I just wanted to point out that if you do have something that's wrapped in paper versus just a plastic that's colored, you want to be careful about this unraveling. So when I twist this onto the wreath, I want to make sure that this unraveled portion does not show. So I'm using two different kinds of flowers. I'm using this one. This one has a little green tint to it, as you can see. And then I am using this flower, which is basically a completely white rose. And I think that the contrast between the two, even though it's not huge, will add a depth of color to the wreath that I'm looking for. When you're cutting your flowers, make sure you pull all of the fake foliage to the top before you cut it so that you can have the benefits of the full flower. You don't have to have the green part, but I think you kind of just want to have it up there just to see how it looks, and then you can always slide it off the flower if you don't want it. And it's super easy. I'll show you. So let's say you don't want this, you just slide it all the way off, it detaches, and then you have the flower. Okay, so I have my big bunches of flowers. They're all separated. I have my little details, and now I'm going to decide how I'm going to place these on the wreath. The other thing I wanted to add to the wreath is this little, like, I guess these are angel's wings. I'm not really sure. I'm assuming that's what it is. And I want to add these to the top. I'm not really sure how I'm going to fit them in. And I know that I still want the gold to shine through on the wreath, the little gold shiny part. So I'm going to play around with this and I will come back and show you the results. This is where I want my angel's wings to go. This is a very close-up view because I want you to see how I'm going to wrap it underneath. So this is actually the string that is, not the string, but the wire that's attached to the angel's wings. And it's underneath here, and I'm just going to tuck it back up into the wreath until it's secure. This is how the wreath looks with the angel's wings. Also, glue is an option because it was really hard to kind of get this in there. So if you do want to glue it on, it might work better. And you can obviously, if you glue it, spread the wings out to where you want them to be. But I'm going to leave this. I like how it looks. And now I'm going to add the flower pieces and come right back. For the flower pieces, you can glue, you can twist, or you can tuck, and I'll show you exactly how I'm doing this. It's really, really easy. I'm just tucking these in and securing them, and then I'm gonna pull it through after I've set it out. This is the wreath so far. A reminder or a little tip is if you have specific flowers that you want to add and you have a limited amount, go around with that type of flower first for even distribution. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to add the gold accent pieces and show you the final result. This is the final result of the wreath. Love how it turned out. As you can see, I added the gold accents. I just tucked those in between the flowers. There's the angel wings, and I will give you another view in a couple of seconds. This is the final result. I love how it turned out. I love the detail. I love the gold accents. Love, love, love the angel wings. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.